this your last step in politics?
My last step.
This is not a stepping stone to something
not a
nationally
stepping
for
stone.
you.
No, I'm headed home. I'm headed home.
Mike Parson says he isn't looking for the next big job after governor. At 64, he sounds ready to call it a career in public service after his time as governor ends. But he made it clear with me today while visiting St. Louis he wants 4 more years to lead Missouri. The governor was back in town today, some 6 weeks after committing 25 state law enforcement personnel to St. Louis as part of an overall plan to combat violence following a summer in which more than a dozen children's lives were taken by gun violence. He estimates that by the first of the year, he'll know if that plan is making an impact.
Hopefully we're freeing up St. Louis police officers, that they can do more, that they have more time to answer the calls and be in those neighborhoods and try to provide that safety blanket, if you would, for that. But you know, it's also important you got to balance what you are from the governor of the state of Missouri to what you can do and what you can't do. So sometimes I mention the idea I got to stay in the lanes being the governor. I don't have the answer how to fix all the things here in this town, whether it's here, Kansas City, Columbia, or Springfield. But I think the most important thing I can do as a governor is work with those mayors in those 4 major cities and try to figure out how do we develop a plan that's long lasting, that we can sustain for a year or 2, that we can do and to be able to help. That's really my goal.
So Planned Parenthood here in the Central West End in St. Louis is involved in a protracted legal battle with the state. If Planned Parenthood ultimately prevails in court, what will the state do next?
You know, look, Planned Parenthood is going to have to abide by the laws and the regulations of the state of Missouri. I think this has turned into such a hot-button political issue that people are really forgetting the basic thing of what the license was suspended for. It was never about pro-life. It was never about pro-choice issues. It was really about the running a clinic in the state of Missouri like all other clinics, and I've said all along, whether I agree with abortion or not, that's not relevant really to this issue. The issue is, are they abiding by the laws and regulations of the state of Missouri? It's as simple as that. Everybody's tried to make it into a lot more into a political issue, but if they abide by the laws and the regulations like they had been doing prior to that, they have every right to have their door open. And as governor, I took an oath to make sure that I follow them laws, and I will.
If a judge rules that they are in fact, in his or her opinion, following the law, will the state say, okay, the courts have ruled and we'll move on?
If the judge rules on that, I got to abide by what that judge says. That's the law, and that's what I'm going to do.
Planned Parenthood officials have argued the clinic addressed all the state's concerns months ago, and that the battle over the clinic's license is part of a broader anti-abortion push by the Parson administration. A ruling in that case is not expected until at least February.